Welcome to Truth and Clarity. Today, we are exploring a very interesting topic and somewhat controversial topic raised by none other than Reno Omokri. His recent claims about Igbo traditional attire have sparked a heated debate. According to Reno Omokri, much of what we see as Igbo traditional clothing today, including the Isiagu, red cap, and accompanying accessories, has roots in Europe, Victorian designs. But is there any truth to this? Or is this an oversimplification of a rich and complex culture? I want to emphasize that this discussion is not about tackling Reno or the Igbos. Instead, we are here to uncover the facts and learn more about the intersection of history, culture, and identity. Now let's start with Reno's claims. He stated that the Isiagu fabric resembles British upholstery fabric, that the red cap is derived from Victoria's headgear, and that scarves and shoes are European in origin. His concern is that wearing these items and presenting them as traditional attire could perpetuate the false narrative that Africans had no culture before colonization. While his intent may be to protect the African identity, it's important to ask, are these claims historically accurate? Now let's find out. The Ishagu fabric, often called the lion head shirt, is a sample of Igbo culture. While it's true that today's Ishagu is made from materials like brocade or velvet, which were introduced through colonial trade, its cultural significance predates this influence. In pre-colonial Igbo society, patterned clothing was already a way to signify status and identity. Even if the materials were locally sourced, the lion head motif, for example, is deeply rooted in Igbo values representing leadership, courage, and strength. So, yes, the fabric's origin may trace back to Europe, but the symbolism and culture adaptation are uniquely Igbo. Next is the iconic red cap. Reno suggests it resembles Victoria era headgear, but history tells us a different story. In Igbo culture, the red cap symbolized authority, wisdom, and elder status. Before colonization or colonialism, Igbo leaders wore headpiece crafted from local materials like raffia. While the designs may have evolved over time, its significance is entirely Igbo. It's a symbol of respect and honor, deeply embedded in their traditions. The scarves and shoes. It's undeniable that these items are European imports. Historically, Igbos relied on sandals made from leather or went barefoot. Scarves, as they are used today, were not part of pre-colonial Igbo attire. However, their inclusion in modern Igbo dressing doesn't diminish the cultural essence of the attire. Fashion evolves, and this evolution often reflects a blend of indigenous external influences. So, what's the take in this? While it's true that colonialism introduced these new materials and designs, Igbo culture has always been about adaptation and reinvention. The Isiagu fabrics and red caps and other elements may have European materials, but their cultural meaning is deeply African. Reno's concerns about protecting African identity are valid, but his argument oversimplifies a complex of history. It's not about where the materials came from, it's about how they have been transformed into symbols of pride, status, tradition within the Igbo community. In the end, the discussion is not about choosing sides, but about understanding our history, the beauty of Igbo culture and African culture as a whole. For me, is the resilience and ability to transform Western culture, to transform external influence into something uniquely its own. So I encourage all of us, whether Igbo or not, to continue learning about our culture and celebrating them authentically. Thank you for joining me on this journey of truth and clarity with Ejiro. Until next time, this is Ejiro reminding you to embrace your culture, to embrace your heritage with pride, and always tell your story boldly and truthfully. Stay blessed. I'll see you on the next video.